In this video, I will be going over some of the best DACs for this year. DAC is short for digital to analog converter. We saw DACs become very popular when CDs first came on the scene, as many offered far better circuitry than found inside most CD players and significantly improved the sound. These units usually had one or two digital inputs to take signals from a CD player with digital out, and typically had a fixed level output to connect up to your audio system like you would a CD player back then. Now, for this year, we have seen lots of evolution in the DAC market, with many great new features showing up. The popularity of streaming audio has undoubtedly had an enormous impact on the feature sets that we see today. By the time this video is over, I hope you will have a better understanding of what to look for in this category and how to make the best decision on your musical journey. So for those of you unfamiliar with a DAC in simple form is the part of the electronics chain that converts digital signals to analog. How good a job it does of this depends on many things, including the DAC chips themselves and the supporting circuitry. Your smartphone has a DAC inside, as do many devices. You'll even find DACs costing as much as an automobile at higher end of the scale. Now, this list will also contain many combo units, which will include a DAC and a streamer that gives you access to the wonderful world of high-res streaming audio. A few of these can even function as a full-fledged audio preamp, where you would just need to add a power amplifier to it. One very cool thing about a DAC streamer preamp combo is that you can typically control the system's volume right from your smartphone, where you are selecting your own music. Our team at Audio Advice loves music streaming and can help you pick the best unit for your system needs. There are a lot of choices out there in both gear and dealers, and if you do choose Audio Advice, you will have our passionate team behind you to help you get the most from your system. Now, before we dive into our top units, I'll briefly go over what some of the features mean that I'll be covering on each one. Bitrate capability will tell you how far the unit can go into playing back high-res audio files from some of the premium streaming services or your stored files. Asynchronous USB computer input is something that you will want to look for if you plan to connect up a laptop or desktop computer to your DAC, which is very common in office systems. If you do want to also connect your TV to your DAC, it ideally should have an HDMI ARC input, or if not, a Toslink digital input. If you have music on a USB drive, you will also want to confirm that it has a USB drive input. For those of you who are headphone buffs, we will list if it has a built-in headphone amp as well. If you see a DAC that has variable audio out, that means it can be used as a preamp as well. For even more flexibility, some DACs will include a subwoofer out, and a few even give you bass management to control the crossover where the signal gets separated from your main speakers to your subwoofer. We will also list the additional inputs each unit has as we go over it. Finally, there is Roon, which is a super cool interface that combines Tidal, Qobuz, and your entire music library into the best music discovery system that we've ever seen. Now, to save time, we'll just display these features for each unit and then get into what makes each unit one of our favorites. First up on our list is the very modestly priced Zen DAC V2 from iFi. iFi is known for making great value products, and this great little unit is a wonderful example. The Zen DAC V2 is designed for use with a computer to work with streaming audio apps on your computer or files on your network. If you listen to music at your desk and have decent speakers but are still using the computer audio outputs, this little DAC is a great way to improve your sound. Or if you are using the basic headphone jack on your laptop or desktop to power a good set of headphones, you will not believe the difference that the Zen DAC V2 will make in the sound of your headphones. It has a very high quality DAC with an excellent headphone amp. A bonus is that you can even set it up for variable or fixed audio out. This would allow you to connect it to a set of powered speakers and use its volume control, which is really cool. It even has a neat bass boost feature if you want to add a little extra oomph to your music. Next up is the BlueSound Node, which has been around for over a decade, and this is one of our most popular DACs here at Audio Advice. The latest Node N130 is one of the best values in HiFi. It has excellent internal DACs, is a streamer, can act as a preamp, and even has a subwoofer out with control for the crossover. Many people use the Node as a digital preamp streamer with a power amp, but the most common use case we see is someone adding it to an existing system to get into the world of streaming. Now, the BlueOS app gives you great control and allows you to combine it with other BlueSound units. The main reason it's so popular is how good it sounds as a standalone DAC for its fairly modest price. It is also very warm and three-dimensional and can be at home in even a very high-end system. Use its digital inputs for an old CD player that has digital out and enter the cool world of streaming. The bonus is, should you want to go with an even better DAC later, it has digital out, so you can still use it with a streamer coupled to a better DAC only and still take advantage of the excellent BlueSound app. Or if you already have a very high-end DAC for your CD player and want to get into streaming, it is a great way to go about it. It's easy to see why so many of our Audio Advice employees have a BlueSound node in their own personal systems. Next, we have the Chord Mojo 2, which was introduced a few years back, and it set a new level of performance for both portable audio and desktop use. The Mojo 2 offers even better sound and is still quite tiny in size. There are several use cases for the Mojo 2. It has an incredible headphone amp built in, capable of driving just about any headphones with ease. You can use it on the go with your smartphone and nice headphones for an upgraded experience, as it can run for quite a while on its own rechargeable battery. Or just take it home and connect it up to your laptop and desktop and go with a pair of headphones or a nice pair of powered speakers. It sounds just so great. Many people also move it over to their main audio system to be used as a DAC. Now, while it is not a streamer, it does accept coax or optical digital in and works great with the companion Poly streamer from Chord or any other streamer only. It even has variable audio out with tons of output, so you could use it to drive a power amp and passive pair of speakers as well. Chord makes some of the very best DACs in the world, so the Mojo 2 comes with some great heritage. As a DAC in this price range, it sounds very hard to beat. Next, we'll move to the Eversolo DMP A6 Master Edition. Now, Eversolo is a new brand on the streamer scene, but they have taken the audio world by surprise with their great performance and impressive user interface. The DMP A6 Master Edition is all about extracting the best sound from your digital and streaming sources. It uses one of our favorite ESS DACs, the 9038 2QM, supported by a very well done power supply and a particularly impressive audio output stage with high-end parts brands you normally see in far more expensive units. Ease of use is first rate with this large touchscreen or their intuitive app. We love the fact that the DMP A6 Master Edition comes with balanced audio outputs to run either into your integrated amp or directly into a power amp. One unique feature it has is a full bank of completely adjustable parametric EQ settings. If you have found a frequency peak or peaks in your listening room, you can dial it right out using the filter, which is really cool. Or if you want to just tinker with very advanced tone controls, there's a standard graphic EQ interface too. But it's the sound of the Eversolo that has won so many people over. It is warm and rich with excellent dynamics. Given the parts pedigree inside the unit, this is no surprise, which you would expect for 2 to 3 times its price. It's this amazing value combination that has made it such a popular unit in such a short time. Next up is the Chord Qutest. Like the Mojo 2, the Chord Qutest is housed in a unique package. It is not portable like the Mojo 2, but has much more of the tech found in Chord's award-winning $14,000 Dave DAC. We feel for its price point, you will be very hard pressed to find something that sounds better. The Qutest is not a streamer, but is designed to connect up to your laptop, desktop, a CD transport, or any other streamer with a digital out. We see a lot of people who started out with a basic streamer DAC combo moving up to the Qutest for much better audio performance. And its performance is astounding. We have compared it to DACs costing twice as much and come away super impressed. The Audio Press thinks the same way, as the Qutest has been winning best of class awards ever since its introduction. The USB, optical, and coax digital inputs are galvanically isolated, while the Qutest PCB sits inside a small cavity in the solid aluminum chassis for even more isolation. Its DACs are first rate, and it's got an incredible ability to pull you into the music with its astounding sense of pacing. Connect up your CD player with digital out or a basic streamer to the Qutest and prepare to be amazed. Next up is the HiFi Rose RS250. With the HiFi Rose RS250, we are starting to get into the higher end of things. HiFi Rose had a cool beginning when an executive at an old and very large South Korean tech company decided that they could make an audiophile level product and leverage all of their great in-house engineering and manufacturing. They have taken the high-end world by storm with both their beautiful design and great sound. Now, the RS250 is definitely one of the best looking DACs you will see, and it's a bit of a chameleon as you can change the display to match a lot of the current gear that you have. They even have a very high-end ESS DAC with incredible support circuitry. We've been very impressed with how good these units sound and have seen them go in as a DAC streamer into many existing systems. With all of the available inputs, the RS250 is also fantastic as a digital front end paired with a power amp. Another really unique feature on the RS250 is an HDMI out, which allows you to watch a very large, curated library of high-res content they call Rose Tube. If you are like most, once you play around with the RS250, you will be hooked. Next up is the Naim ND5 XS2. Naim has been into music streaming longer than any other company that we know of, and when serious music lovers want the best, Naim is one of the major brands to be considered. Made in the UK, Naim gear can reach far into the stratosphere price-wise, but for the sound of the ND5 XS2 offers, it's hard to beat. While it cannot function as a preamp and has limited inputs, the Naim sound bowled us over the first time we heard it in 2014, and we have been fans ever since. Naim has put all of its money into the sound of the ND5 XS2 as it has no front panel display, but Naim has a great app for streaming and controlling the digital inputs, plus the ND5 XS2 is also room ready. It is hard to describe how Naim digital sound draws you into the music until you really experience it for yourself. It has the ability to separate incredibly tiny nuances in the music, which gives it that live sound. Plus, hands down, it has the best sense of rhythm and pacing of any DAC in this price category. When you want some of the best digital sound that we've ever heard, the Naim ND5 XS2 or their better DAC streamers should definitely be on your list. And the last one on our list is the NAD M66, which is unlike anything else on this list here. And NAD's master series of components have always been very well made, with one of the most unique upgrade paths in the business. Their units are modular with what they call MDC boards, which can be swapped out if tech ends up improving. NAD has also held to their promise and introduced a big variety of MDC upgrades. The M66 is absolutely the coolest and best thought out DAC streamer preamp on this list. It uses the very expensive top-of-the-line ESS DACs for great audio and has every analog and digital input possible, including moving magnet and moving coil phono inputs. The unit is also gorgeous with its large display and aluminum casing, but it has two very unique features that set it apart from its competition. Just about every room that we have ever experienced can benefit from some form of electronic room correction. Dirac Live is one of our favorite room correction technologies, and for the first time, we find Dirac built into a 2-channel product. Now that's really cool. Now, another thing most people have in their 2-channel systems is a subwoofer, which is usually a challenge to add to a 2-channel rig, as most preamps do not have any way to control and cross over the sub. Well, the M66 has this too, and can do not only 1, but up to 4 subwoofers. As a bonus, it also comes with Dirac Live Bass, which does a phenomenal job of blending subwoofers with your main speakers. If you have been thinking about making the move into a serious digital capable preamp and want to incorporate subwoofers and or just get the best out of your room, look no further than the all-in-one M66. We have full reviews of most of these products that I'll leave links to in the description if you want to learn more about each one. We also have full in-depth articles on our website at audioadvice.com that you can learn more about all the details of each product here. But other than that, that concludes our list of the top DACs for this year. If you have further questions, contact our experts via chat, phone, or email. Or simply visit one of our world-class showrooms to experience speakers, DACs, projectors, TVs, and everything in between for yourself before you make a purchase. And remember, when you buy from Audio Advice, you're buying from a trusted seller since 1978. We offer free shipping, lifetime expert support, and our price guarantee. Now, if you've also enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notifications so that you never miss out on any of our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.